All right. Hello, everyone. How are you today? It's Kay. So this is the 31st of January, 2022, and this is on Monday. So new week started, and tomorrow we are going into February. So looks like market's moving today. I've seen some trends. So I hope you capture some nice pips today. But this week we have very big news, including NFP in the US. So just watch out before you take trades. But just watch out for the news before you take trades. So yeah, I just came back. I was actually going out for the lunch, and a late lunch. And I was eating Indian food. It was the restaurant's name is Gazebo, 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 and that was a very, very good Indian restaurant. I think that's one of the very famous restaurants in Dubai, and I enjoyed the food so much, especially the biryani. Biryani was in the clay pot, and it was covered by the bread on the top. So it looks like a clam chowder, but it was a very nice biryani. I took a video, so I will upload the video on my second channel, so you will see that shop and how the food looks like. But that was very good, and I feel really that I recovered from COVID finally. I feel energy now, so that's a good thing. Okay, so today, this is Monday, and today I would like to talk about the stochastic cross strategy, because I use Ichimoku Kinko Hyo in higher time frames to capture the market direction and overall situation. But when it comes to taking a trade, when it comes to execute a trade, I use lower time frames, which are 5 or 15-minute time frames. And one of my favorite indicators is the stochastics. So today I will talk about that indicator and how I use to capture the trading edge to follow the trending markets. So before starting here, as a quick disclaimer, this content is all based on my own experience. So when you take trades, please do at your own risk. And also, since this is live stream, if you can please follow the rules and guidelines, that would be great. Because after all, we're all here to learn. So yeah, so let's see who's here first. Hello, thanks for joining everyone. Alex and Milos, good to see you. Ivan and Khalil, good to see you. And Asif, good to see you too. And Zero Mindset, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Icham, was that from Gazebo? Yes, that was from Gazebo. Gazebo was the name for the shop. It was very, very nice. I ordered some masala curry and chicken masala in the biryani, and that was just perfect. All right. So before, when I was in Japan, I didn't really taste biryani because it's not really famous in Japan. But here, I started to taste biryani, and it's becoming one of my favorite cuisines. Biryani is very, very good. I like the aroma. It's very nice. And very healthy too. All right, Peter and Basam, good to see you. James, PIK, Gary, Roge, and Babu, and Mahardika, good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Okay, so today, so I will run the tester first to show you how I use the stochastics. But before doing that, let me briefly talk about how I use different time frames in different tools. So this is the PDF which is available in public. You can come to my website. You can come to my website and hover over on the free download and KTS trading strategy. And in this website, you can see the download link here. So simply press download, and you can download this PDF for free for anyone. Because basically, I teach, or I use my own strategy like this way in the PDF, and also there's a introductory video about my strategy. So you can watch this video too to get overall idea of my strategy. But coming back to that PDF, if you can come to the page 6, this is my overall structure of my strategy. So every day I screen charts 3 to 5 times per day. Usually I do so in 3 times. And every time when I screen charts, I watch first daily and the forward chart and see if I can find any trending markets. Let's say if I found daily chart uptrending and then forward chart flat or down, then I take daily and drop down to the what I call middle time frames. Middle time frames are 1 hour or 30, and see if I can find also a trending market on the middle time frame. So it's either 1 hour or the 30-minute chart. Both one don't have to be trending at the same time. You can just pick either 1 hour or a 30-minute chart. So let's say I found 1 hour to be uptrending, 30 to be flat, and then I take 1 hour and then drop down to either 15 or 5-minute chart to look for an entry edge. So in the bigger time frame, a middle time frame, I use Ichimoku. Simply how I put here is I simply capture the market situation by Kumo and Kijun-sen angles, which was also mentioned on the page 7, page 8. And when it comes to looking for the entry edge, I use these lower time frames, and one of my favorite indicators to capture the trading edge is the Stochastics. So if you can come to the page 10, you can find a list of my favorite indicators to capture the trading edge, and Stochastics is over here. This is Stochastics. So I use gold cross, dead cross, and divergence in Stochastics. And if you wonder what setting of Stochastics I use, I also mentioned it here, %K 30 and %D 10 and slowing 10 is my stochastic setting on the lower time frames. And this is relatively slower setting because I use this in the lower time frames. Usually lower time frames are spiky, volatile, so I made it a bit slower so that I can capture these cross signals correctly. Okay, so yeah, so that is my overview, and this stochastics is the topic for today. So first, I will launch the Forex Tester and demonstrate how I capture these stochastic gold crosses for trading edges, and then later on, we will review some real charts and check some, market as of now. So yeah, so let me come back to some comments. I do see many comments now, so thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Okay, Xmeg says, "K, sorry, but the timing of the video is bad because we are about 30 minutes from open US market." Okay, yeah. So you can just come back if you are busy or if you are monitoring a chart right now. All the videos or the live streams are saved on the archive, so you can watch at any time. Okay. Oh, Hicham, you are in Dubai. Okay, so you know that shop also, Gazebo. It's a very nice shop. That became my favorite actually. All right, Robert and Marcus, good to see you. Karan Fibonacci, also good to see you. Success, thank you for joining. And T-Talks, good to see you too. Al Harris says, too much biryani will give you fat belly. So I have to exercise. Yeah, obviously. When I eat biryani, I tend to eat too much. So I have to exercise or I have to save my stomach. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, so to speak. All right, Arkady, good to see you. You got the golden badge also. Stay gold, Arkady. And Melanie, also you get the gold badge. So stay gold. Thank you for joining. All right, Milo says, did you update the PDF already, Mr. K, or is this still the same? Oh, this was updated version. This is version 2 of the PDF. So I took away the Ichimoku from the trading edge because I don't use Ichimoku in lower time frames anymore. So, and also I made a little revise on this PDF. So this is the latest version of the PDF. Yes. Ichimoku Sloth, good to see you. And TikTok PHT, good to see you too. And Alonso, good night. Good evening. Thank you for joining. Konbanwa. Right, David and Homan, Marcus, good to see you all. Thank you for joining. All right, so now let me switch to that FT5 Forex Tester. So let me launch Forex Tester here. Okay, so it's been a while since I ran the Forex Tester last time. So I think this is the perfect timing to run the tester now because this is Monday and usually markets are quiet. So this is the Forex Tester 5. So today, let me see which market to pick. We can just pick any market, but let's say Euro USD. Let's choose Euro USD. So when I backtest, I usually open 3 windows. So one I put here, and this one I turn it to the daily time frame. So I put the daily time frame and I enlarge a little bit like this so that you can see the bigger screen. And then another one, I open another window for Euro USD. And this one, I take 1 hour time frame. So I put it down here and I change time frame to 1 hour. So now we have daily chart up here and 1 hour chart down here. And then what I do is I open another window and I put this as a 5-minute chart. And 5-minute chart is for the trading edge. So let me change it to the 5-minute chart like this. And then this is how I run the tester. Basically, okay, let me fit to the frame like this so that you can see a better picture this way. Okay, all right, so, and I think Stochastics is behind my screen, so let me adjust my screen. Let me squeeze a little bit. Okay. This is very small window, but at least you know I'm talking. Okay, so this is good. Okay, so up here is the daily time frame, and down here is 1 hour, and M5 is my entry time frame. So what I usually do is basically I run the tester on these 3 different time frames, and first I run the tester until I see uptrend in the daily time frame. Just like I mentioned on the PDF, first, this time I take the daily time frame. So I basically run the tester until the daily chart goes bullish. So yeah, so let's focus on the daily chart first. So here is the daily chart, and you can already find that this is uptrending. If you look at the price action, it has been bullish in waves. So from price action, you know that this is bullish. And also, if you look at the Kumo and Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen, Chikou span, these are all bullish. Kumo has been bullish, moving up. Senko span A is pointing upwards, and Kijun-sen is also pointing upwards. Tenkan-sen is also above Kijun-sen, and then Chikou span above candles. So in the daily time frame, this is bullish. Right, so this is the first condition was met. Daily chart, we see this as a bullish trend. So let me just directly write this is up, right? But we don't focus on the forward chart this time. We just focus on the daily chart, and then now we try to confirm this uptrend based on the 1 hour chart. So let me squeeze the window And then we continue to monitor based on the 1 hour time frame. So if you look at this 1 hour time frame, what you see here is a range market as per Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. Because you see the Kumo Senko span B is flat, and Senko span A is flat, and Kijun Sen is also flat, and that's within the Kumo. So when you see Kijun Sen within the Kumo, the market tends to retrace back to Kumo or Kijun Sen. So in this case, we better hold. This might be the too high price to buy. So we have to wait for the retracement and look for the buy chance when Ichimoku shows uptrending in this 1 hour time frame. Okay, so this time let me run the tester one by one. Let me run the candles one by 1 hour time frame. So what I usually do is I just start the tester, and when I press the space key, it goes one by one like this. So simply I move the candles one by one until I see uptrend in 1 hour time frame. So right now it's flat still, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span is still sideways, so this is ranging. There's no sign of bullishness, so we have to hold in this case. Right? So simply I just run the tester one by one until I see uptrend. Okay, so the market is still ranging. Yeah, still ranging. Kijun Sen still flat, Kumo flat, so no actions. So let's see. Okay, now I see Kumo is up, Kijun Sen is pointing upwards, but you see Chikou span touching. So it was almost uptrend, but because Chikou span is touching the previous candle, this Kumo angle and Kijun Sen angle can be fake. It may be traced backwards still. So here we have to hold. And by the time we run the tester for a while, in the daily time frame, it might already be flat. So let me check daily chart again. Okay, looks like daily chart is still moving up. Hold on, let me adjust. Yeah, so daily chart is still uptrending. So we continue to focus in 1 hour time frame. So let me continue to run the tester to see if it. So in this case, it may bounce. The market may bounce by the Kijun Sen and goes up also. Or since Chikou span touching, the market may break Kijun Sen and it goes in between Kijun Sen and Kumo. But at this stage, we're not sure which way it's going, and we never trade on the 50-50 chance. Right, so let me enlarge my frame a little bit because we don't focus on the stochastics yet. Okay, so let's continue to monitor the chart. Okay, so now price came below Kijun Sen, and Chikou span is also touching. So this is ranging. So as a result, Kumo and Kijun Sen were fake in this example. So let me continue to monitor the chart. Okay. So it's still ranging right now. Okay, the market is going into Kumo. So the whole time we have to hold. This is not a good timing to buy yet. Still going down gradually. Okay, so this is next day. So let me go back to the daily time frame. And yeah, the daily time frame also showing flat now. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen angle became flat. Tenkan Sen is also flat now. So this is, the market might be traced backwards. But let me continue to run the chart by 1 hour until we see uptrend. So now it's going down. So here in this case, the market may be supported by this Senko span B in the 1 hour chart, and also Tenkan Sen in the daily chart, and it may continue to go up this way. So we'll see if it goes up, but we can't tell. And also we may be able to draw the trend line. We can draw the trend line like this way in the daily time frame. Just for the reference, it may bounce on the trend line and goes up continuously too. So let's continue to monitor. Okay, so looks like as a result, the market was supported by this Senko span B 1 hour and Tenkan-sen. So from here, it may go up, but still, daily chart flat, 1 hour also flat. So we better hold in this case. Let me squeeze so that we can see the whole Kumo. Whenever you backtest, make sure that you see the whole Kumo. Sometimes it cuts in half. So make sure that you have some space to the future so that you can see the whole Kumo and angle of Senko span A and B. So let me continue to run. Okay, so looks like now in 1 hour chart, Kumo has twisted bullish. So from here, it may go up continuously. The market is bouncing by the trend line, so it can go up continuously. Okay, so now we start to see uptrend in 1 hour, but still I think flat in the daily Kijun-sen. The daily Kijun-sen still flat, so let's wait for the breakout based on daily time frame. Hold on, I think it's a bit freezing, so let's pause. Yeah, sometimes it freezes and it moves very slow. Okay, so now in the daily time frame, there was a breakout of the resistance, so that makes Kumo up and Kijun-sen up. Tenkan-sen is also up, and Chikou span above candles. Right, and then if you look at the 1 hour time frame, this is also uptrending. You see Kumo's up, Kijun-sen is up, Tenkan-sen is up, and Chikou span above candles. So this is now in a bullish trend. Yeah, so now it's a bullish trend. So this is where I finally confirm the uptrend in 1 hour chart too. So we can put this uptrend. So in this demonstration today on Forex Tester, we take the 5-minute chart and take the stochastic gold cross for the entry edge. So now, let me come back to the Forex Tester, and now I will switch the 5-minute chart. Alright, and when I see the 5-minute chart, below here you can see Stochastics, and right now Stochastics has been dead crossing. It's dead crossing right now, so we have to wait for the gold cross to buy. We have to wait for the gold cross to buy, because we are on the uptrend in higher time frames by Ichimoku. So let me run the tester in the 5-minute chart until we see gold cross of Stochastics. Okay, this is in 5-minute chart, so it's just retracing backwards. Okay, so now almost it's gold crossing. Okay, so now I can see gold cross. You see a little cross here. So that's a gold cross. So from here, the market should go up this way. So Stochastics gold cross will be actually just one of my entry edge. I usually look for 2 other confirmations for the entry. So right now I can see that the Bollinger Bands are squeezing and the stochastic gold crossing. So I have to find one more confirmation to be able to buy. And most likely that will be when the market breaks the previous support resistance over here. So simply I wait for the breakout of this red line and then take a buy. But if it continues to go down, then I won't take a trade. Okay? So that is how I combine stochastics with other confirmations. So let me run the tester to see if it goes up or not. Oh, there was a long wick pointing upwards, but the candle close is still below this resistance, so it may continue to go down. So we'll see. Okay, this is continuously bearish. Okay, so now we find another gold cross stochastics. So let me put the vertical line on the gold cross. Gold cross was confirmed here. And bands are squeezing now. This is Bollinger Band squeeze, which is also another confirmation of mine here. Bollinger Band squeeze. So let me try to confirm one more confirmation. Okay, now it's going down. It is retracing backwards. So I think it was not a good time to buy. Now we have dead cross stochastics. So we have to wait for another gold cross. Okay, so now there's a gold cross. Gold cross happening here. And I can see that the, hold on, let me delete this one. Okay. Because I haven't seen the future markets, I'm just explaining real time. So I have to think in my head where to buy or where to sell. But so this is like the chart as if I'm watching the real chart because I don't see the future markets. But anyways, we have gold cross stochastics, and then the market is going up to the upper band of the Bollinger Bands, which is nice because it shows continuous uptrend from here potentially. And if I can find one more confirmation, that will be a good buy. Okay. Okay, so it's a bit retracing backwards. Okay, so now it's going down. Right, so looks like it was not a good example. Hold on, so let me turn to the higher time frames again. Okay, so now I can see 1 hour is flat, daily chart is flat too. Daily chart Kumo Kijun Sen flat, 1 hour chart Kumo Kijun Sen flat. So let's continue to monitor based on 1 hour time frame. It wasn't a good timing to buy at that point. So let me try to capture another entry chance to buy. Okay, now the market is going backwards. And it's just going down. So I just move the candles one by one like this every time I backtest. Okay, so it looks like it's flat now in 1 hour. But let me switch to daily time frame until I see daily chart is up. So, okay, so here's daily. Looks like as for the daily chart, it takes a bit time to load the chart. Hold on, I think it will load soon. Oh, so there was a big breakout. So before the big breakout on this day, hold on. If I just drop down to 1 hour time frame, it was up. So let me redo, let me go back a couple of candles before, because in this state, it was uptrending. So if I just go back and capture the uptrend in 1 hour chart, it was here. On this candlestick, you can see 1 hour chart going up, and also in the daily chart, it was going up too. So now we can look for the gold cross to buy. And now it's about to dead cross, but there was a gold cross previously. So we can take that also as one of the confirmations. But this time, let me wait for another gold cross to buy. So now it's dead crossing. It's dead crossing, and it can gold cross again. So now there's a nice Bollinger Band squeeze. So once it expands, it goes up, it tends to go up towards major direction. So this will be one of the confirmations. So let's just wait for the gold cross of stochastics to be able to buy. Okay, so now there was a gold cross here. There was a gold cross and buns are squeezing right now. And I have to wait for one more confirmation. So let's see. Okay, looks like it went dead cross now. But I have to wait for the gold cross again. Buy. Okay, so there's another gold cross finally. And buns are squeezing now. So let me see if we can find another confirmation. Okay. So it looks like there was another confirmation here at the breakout. There was a engulfing breakout. So this place will be finally the buy chance. And I put the stop loss below the previous low in 5. This will be my stop loss, and I take stochastic gold cross for one of the confirmations. So sorry, it took me a bit time to be able to capture the gold cross stochastics to buy, but so I got the gold cross stochastics, and buns were squeezing before, buns squeezing, and then this engulfing inside bar breakout was a sign for the uptrend. So from here, I expect the market goes up in this direction or goes up on the bullish in the wave, like in this direction. So let me run the chart until I see either the market goes up, or if the market goes backwards, then I will show you how I exit with a small loss. So once again, this level 1.4433 is my entry, and I put the stop loss at 1.4415. So that will be like 18 pips of stop loss. So let's see if it goes up or not. Still going sideways. Okay, still going sideways. Now we see squeezing again, but it may expand and goes up. So we have to be patient here to wait for the break. Okay, and now there's a breakout. Finally, it broke the resistance level and breakout. And let me see how many pips I run in this case. From my entry, this is running like 26 pips of profit, and it broke nicely the resistance level. There was a resistance level once here, once, twice, 3 times resistance, or the 4 times resistance breakout. So the market may come backwards, but there's a good chance that the market will be supported at this previous resistance level and continuously goes up in this way. So this is when I move the stop loss to break even, slightly above the position so that it can cover the spread. Maybe 2 or 3 pips above the position, I move the stop loss, and this will be the break even line. And then simply I walk away and leave chart for the next 2 hours or 3 hours. But so there was an example of the trading edge by the stochastic gold cross like this way. So and this is my favorite. Every time I see charts and every time I look for an entry chance, I use stochastic gold cross to buy. So yeah, but let me talk about why I only take gold cross, why I don't take the dead cross of stochastics. The reason was very simple. Simply, when the market is uptrending, you only trust gold cross and you never trust the dead cross is a rule. So let me squeeze the chart. If I can squeeze the chart all the way, then you see uptrend overall in the 5-minute chart. You see overall uptrending, and every time you buy at the gold cross, you should be in the profit. So here, sorry, the first one, you can see gold cross. And if you buy here, that was a big win. And also, if you buy at the next gold cross over here, which was above 80% level, but still I take this gold cross because this is uptrending in higher time frames, and this is only in the 5-minute chart. So, it's usually said that gold cross above 80 level is overbought, so you don't trust this one. But since this is in the lower time frame, in the 5-minute chart, if we see uptrend, strong uptrend and stable uptrend in higher time frames, we have gold crosses above 80 level many times. But you can still trust these because this is in the 5-minute chart, and also you're using the slow setting of stochastics. If this is like 533 or 1077 stochastics, then this gold cross might be fake above 80. But if you set 30-10-10, then gold cross above 80 becomes not really fakey. So you can still take it, and afterwards the market continuously goes up. And if you look at the next gold cross, which was happening here, if you buy here also, you should be in a profit. So every time you buy at the gold cross, you should be in a profit. And this is how I use stochastics gold cross. And obviously, it works. It works every time because this is uptrending overall. So every time you buy at the gold cross, the market goes up. Well, this one was a bit sideways and went down, so maybe this one was in a loss. But the next gold cross, you should be in a profit too. So this is how I use stochastic cross. So once again, if I confirm the uptrend, so this is very important. So first, you have to see higher time frames and capture the uptrend. Let's say in this example, I took daily chart up and 1-hour chart up. And then I took the 5-minute chart to gold cross to buy. And then it works the best in this case. So basically, this is how I use stochastic cross. If it's bearish, it's vice versa, basically. So yeah, so let me come back to some comments. But stochastics is my favorite. And Carbon Fibonacci says, how do you find a 30-10-10 setting on stochastics? So this is basically based on my experience. Yeah, I have changed the setting of from 533, 1077, and I end up with 30-10-10. Stochastics works the best for myself. Okay, yep. Oh, Rashmi, thank you for joining, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. Good to see you here in the community. All right, Trader, thank you for joining as well from France. Good to see you. All right, Marcus says, what are the setting of the 2 Bollinger Bands? So for the Bollinger Bands, the setting is here. It's the period 20 SMA with a deviation 1, 2 is my setting of the Bollinger Bands. And stochastics, I use a 30, %K30, %D10, and slowing 10 is my setting. And I look for 3 confirmations for entries. PIK says, Kay, do you think that FMBC announcement going to affect euro pairs? I think so. I think so. We have to be careful. Yeah, it may be reacted by that. It may have an impact in the market. Okay, so let's see. Let me check some other comments now. Alexander says, hello Kay, do you know any Forex broker with account in pound? Unfortunately, I'm not sure. Yeah, I only use the account in the USD. So I'm not sure about the pound. Hello Golan, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. It's been a long time. Welcome back here. Alright, Ichimoku Sloth says, what about the Kihon Suchi number? Do you don't check? I do. I do check Kihon Suchi number, time cycles, but today's topic was a bit different. Today's topic is my strategy KTS with the Stochastics, and I didn't really mention about the Kihon Suchi numbers today. Alright, David says, what is your view on Cocos USDT for scalping or short day swing trade? I'm looking at the 1 hour chart. The Stochastics have gold cross and all the Ichimoku confirmations for buy. Let's see. Let me check. So let me now turn to trading view and start to see some real charts. So let me check the first cryptos. Let's see. Let me check Bitcoin first. Bitcoin in the daily chart is bearish. You can see that the Kumo down, Kumo Senko span A is down, and Kijun Sen is also pointing down, and Chikou span below candles. So this is bearish. So it may be resisted by this Kijun Sen or this descending trend line and continuously go down this way. And what I usually do is I go down to 1 hour chart, and 1 hour still shows flat. So, but it may be resisted by this Senko span A or the previous support level, which is exactly here right now. So it may be rejected and continuously go down this way, is my view. And once the market goes bearish and Kumo turns bearish, Kijun Sen turns bearish, then I look at the Stochastics in 5-minute chart or 15-minute chart and look for the sell chance. So let me check the one you mentioned, David. It's a Cocos USDT. I don't think I have ever checked that market. I don't see it here, so let me add that. Okay, so this one. Okay, so now first let me check the daily time frame. Okay, so here also daily time frame shows bearish. The market has been resisted by this Kijun Sen once and twice, 3 times now, so it can continuously go down this way. And then looking at the 1 hour chart, 1 hour chart shows that this is ranging right now because Kumo is flat simply and very thin Kumo, and Kijun Sen is also very flat, so this is ranging basically. We can't trust this gold cross of Senko span, gold cross of Tenkan Sen here because this is flat the whole time. So it may retrace back to Kijun Sen is my view. So this is obviously not a good time to buy because daily chart is now bearish, in my view. So yeah, and also let me see. Speaking of the time cycles, Kihon Suchi, we can have the swing high here yesterday on the 30s, and the previous high was on the 19th or the 20th of January. So if we simply count the number of candles in between, let's see, it was 11 bars. 11 was not the Kihon Suchi. So let me count backwards from here to the high, and this was 17. 17 was Kihon Suchi number. So now we have one Kihon Suchi 17, over here in between the 4th of January until the 20th of January. So counting from the 20th of January, the next swing high could be 17 bars to the future. So that will be the 5th of February. The 5th of February can be the next, what we call henkabi in Japanese. Henkabi means the day of change in English. So the market could continuously be bullish or be sideways until the 5th of February, and then it can continuously go down this way. So here we see some time cycle. But overall it's bearish. So if this were Forex, then I will be looking for sell chance. But I'm not really familiar with the cryptos. I never traded cryptos before. So this is just for information. Okay, let's see. TikTok says, when Bollinger Band squeezes stochastic cross and price respect SMA 20, the probability of winning is quite high. What do you think about it? I think so too. I think so. In that case, the Bollinger Bands and stochastics are very trustable. Yeah, let's see. Kali says, Dear Master, a question. Is it true to say that all clouds Kumo, however small, will be touched by the price in the near or distant future, and no clouds will remain intact? I'm not sure exactly what your question is, but if Kumo is small, then the market can penetrate easily. But if the Kumo is thick, then most likely the market will be rejected by the Kumo and continue to go down or up afterwards. So let me see if I can find a good example. So let's see. Here it broke the Kumo slightly. This is Euro USD daily chart. It broke the Kumo slightly on the 13th of January, but afterwards the market went back into Kumo and it broke the Kumo bearish also. But let me try to capture the bounce on the Kumo or the break of the Kumo. So maybe this one is a good example. You can see that this is where the Kumo is very thin. And when you see the very thin Kumo, as the market approaches the thin part of the Kumo, then it can penetrate and continuously be downtrending. But if the Kumo is thick, like here, then it may be resisted by the Kumo and goes out of the Kumo again, like this way. But when the Kumo is getting thinner, then it can penetrate and you can see market breaks the Kumo like this way. So in general, if Kumo is thick, then it will be rejected, but when the Kumo is thin, then it can break through easily. Coleman says, Dear sir, your stochastics is very similar to the standard MACD. What is the advantage of stochastics over MACD? I don't really use MACD, so I'm not sure. I prefer stochastics because it has only two lines, and gold cross, dead cross can be very easily identified, and that's why I simply use stochastics. Milo says, Mr. K, do you only take breakout in 5-minute chart, or do you also wait for the breakout and retest of the key level? Sometimes. Yes, I do. I also sometimes wait for the retest of the previous support resistance and buy or sell afterwards. Yep. Okay, so yeah, the stochastic setting once again is 30-10-10. Person K30, person D10, throwing 10. Maybe I can show it to you here on the trading view. So yeah, this is my stochastic setting. 30-10-10 is my setting here. latest word says, I lost almost everything in Indian stock market, but one day I will be billionaire of Indian market. I will never give up. I think that's very good. Yeah, you never give up. Then just practice, continue to practice, be patient, and be consistent. Then you should be fine. I was also struggling for 2 years until I became profitable. The 2 years was like a darkness. So it struggled me for 2 years, and then finally I was able to get the idea of the markets and indicators and price actions, and then afterwards I became profitable. So yeah, never give up, and please continue to have hope, and also continue to study with not only strategies but also risk management and psychological management, and never lose big mindset, and then you should be fine. Because when I was losing for the first 2 years, I didn't know about the stop loss. I didn't really care about the stop loss because all I care was the market goes towards my direction or not. If not, then I keep holding because maybe later, maybe next week or next month, the market may go up. So I never exited the trades when I was losing, and that was a huge mistake. So now I learned how to exit quickly with a very small loss so that the future big profits can cover these previous small losses. So my mindset changed 180 degrees, and I became profitable and became confident of my strategy. But it involves a lot about psychology too. Okay, David Johnson says, a smile can light up someone's day and you could potentially save a life. Please everyone smile, at least one person today. Oh, that's a nice statement. Yeah. That's also psychology. Yeah. Smile, I heard the smile is the best medicine to cure everything. When you smile, you can cure actually physical disease also. You can be strong psychologically. You can be healthy psychologically too. Yeah, good to see you. Thank you for joining, everyone. Great to see you here. Marcus says, when we will implement price and time theory in this case? So time theory, price theory are the four overall market situation. But in my day-to-day trades, I don't really use these. It only gives us the overall market direction and time cycles, like I showed on the cryptos. But when it comes to taking trades, I use my own strategy, which is called KTS, Case Trading Strategy. And this is more the simplified version of my strategies. But yeah, I do use time cycles and I do use price theory, and I have studied from the original books, and that's why I can explain how to capture these on the real movie markets. All right, so let's see. Okay, oh yeah, so this PDF is available on the website, so please come to my website here, my website, and click on the free download and KTS, click on over here, and you can find a link to download and also a video for introducing my strategy. Ross Smith says, hello Mr. K. Am I correct in assuming that you make 2 entries into a trade on different time frames? If so, can you explain how you do this? So yeah, every time I take trades, I take 2 trades, 2 entries, and I trail in 2 different time frames. So let's say in this example, let's say I take the 1 hour uptrend, and originally I took the 5-minute chart for the entry edge. In that case, I trail in 1 hour and 5-minute chart on two positions. And on each position, I take 1% for the risk to the stop loss. Yeah, good to see you. Thank you for joining. Emeka, thank you for joining as well. Great to see you. So John Harris says, I took 2 trades this morning based on the 5-minute chart confirmed with the stochastics and support resistance line. Okay, that was nice. And the profit was $200 and $330. Still paper trade, still having difficult with price action. Best way to learn. Price action, you just see charts, you just check the price action candlesticks and try to identify the engulfing breakout, doji break, and pin bar reversals. It needs to just practice, I think. Yeah, practice makes us perfect. So, but you don't have to know all the price action theories. My favorites are engulfing breakout, inside bar, outside bar breakout, and doji break, and pin bar reversal or pin bar breakout. So if you master only these few price actions, then you should be fine. All right, let's see. Milos says, Mr. K, what's the minimum risk-reward ratio that you will take before you consider a pair not worth trading, especially if it's near support resistance? I don't initially look at the risk and reward ratio. It may sound strange, but I only calculate the risk per trade, but I don't really calculate the reward of that trade because we never know if the market reaches the reward or not. So I decided not to calculate the reward per risk per trade. But if the market is near support resistance, especially in the daily or weekly resistance support, then I have to wait until the market breaks to be safer. But if Kumo is showing thick, and long uptrend, and Kijun Sen is also up before the market breaks the Kijun Sen, and if it's not Swiss franc pair, if it's not, for example, New Zealand pair, then I take the buy before the breakout with the risk management. But I have to monitor the chart in that case because it might retrace, it might reverse backwards at the resistance. But even if the market is not near the resistance, even if the market is uptrending without resistance level, sometimes the market goes backwards without any reasons. So you have to monitor chart anyways, after you take the trades. But initially, I don't really take the TP. But instead, I prefer to follow the market direction as long as it goes. All right, David, you're welcome. Okay, let's see. Let me check some other comments. Milos says, Mr. K, what makes you decide to trade based on 1 hour 30-minute chart or not trade at all when there is no trend in the daily or the forward charts? What makes you decide? That will be based on my feeling, based on my schedule. If I am busy, then most likely I will be away and I won't take a trade in 1 hour 30. If I don't see any trends, but if I only see one pair, 1 hour trend or 30-minute chart trend, if it's stable, then I take. But yeah, I think I prefer not to trade. Basically, not to trade 1 hour 30. Only if I have time, if I feel like I do. Yeah, practice is all it takes. That is true. And you kind of have to get used to your eyes on the markets and candles. Like it's like reading the book in some other language. Like when you first try to read, it doesn't make sense, but as you keep reading, as you keep studying the language and keep reading, it starts to make sense more. So it's like the same in the tradings also. First, initially, I didn't know anything about the candles. I didn't know anything about the price actions. I didn't know anything about the Ichimoku when I was total newbie. But as I put my time and effort to be able to read charts and study, backtest, my eyes get used to the price actions and overall market directions, movements, and then once I have the solid foundation of these basics, then I can build more knowledges with experience, and I can be better and better on the tradings. But it takes time. But make sure that you don't go towards the wrong direction. Peter Haas says, if Kijun-sen is in the Kumo, like the AUD-NZD 1-hour chart, can I take the trade? The answer is no. Kijun-sen needs to be out of the Kumo to trade. Okay, Rashmi says, can you review Bank Nifty Indian Index? All right, let me check. So Nifty chart, or Bank Nifty, all right, so let me, I think I have it maybe here. No, okay, so let me check that. Bank Nifty. Okay, so here is the daily time frame, and this is now ranging basically. The market is, the Kumo is flat, Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat right now. The market just broke Kumo, but this Kumo breakout can be fake because there was a previously Kumo break and it was fake. So this time it may be fake also. So there is no direction. So in this case, I wait for the breakout of the resistance at 38,845 and then look for buy chance. Otherwise, it may still retrace back to Kijun-sen in this one. And oh, you mentioned 1-hour chart. All right, so let me check 1 hour. In the 1-hour chart, this is in the P wave. I can see there's a P wave, so I think we better wait for the P-wave breakout. Kumo's flat, Kijun-sen is up, but Tenkan-sen tracing, so this is ranging right now. So better to wait for the P-wave break, and afterwards it may continue to go up to the previous resistance level, is my view. Peter says, if you learn to lose, then the win will be easy. Yeah, I think that is very true. Yeah, that's a risk management mindset. Yeah, we tend to focus on how to win profits, how to win trades, but we better focus on how not to lose. How to become a non-losing trader is a key to success. Aaron Fibonacci says, if you see gold cross of Stochastics, but the form of the candles is shooting star, what will you do in that case? If I see shooting star with a gold cross, then if it's uptrending, then I still trust gold cross. And if I can find 2 other confirmations, then I will buy in that case. Yep, so that's my view. So yeah, let me check quickly on these forex pairs based on the higher time frames. So let me divide into 2 frames. On the left, I put the daily chart, and on the right, I put the 4-hour chart. Okay, and starting from the Euro USD, okay, Euro USD in the forward chart it's going down, so it may retrace back to Kijun Sen, but continuously go down this way afterwards. So now it's going up, and in the 1 hour chart it is ranging. In 30 it is ranging too. It's uptrending more of, so we better hold in this case. And Euro AUD is flat in both time frames. Euro Pound is going down in the forward chart and the daily chart. So I was looking to sell today, and I was expecting the market break support, but it didn't happen. It just retraced backwards at the support, so no trades for myself. Yeah, and Euro JPY is now flat. The market is going into Kumo in the forward chart, and in the daily time frame it's also within the Kumo, so this is ranging basically. We better stay away in this case. And Euro CAD says range on the both time frames. Euro Swiss franc is also flat in both time frames. And USD JPY, oh, USD JPY is now up in the forward chart. So let me put the flag. So in the forward chart it's up. So right now there is a P wave, and this P wave can be broken upwards. So this is my expectation, and if it happens, I look for buy chance. And USD CAD, now forward chart is now flat. So yeah, both time frames are flat right now. So the market may retrace back to Kijun Sen in the forward chart. So we better not to do anything on this one. And USD Swiss franc, this is up in the forward chart. So in the forward chart, this is ranging market, but Kijun Sen has been pointing up, and Kumo is also pointing up. So in the range market, we know that there are more buyers and sellers in the forward chart, so it may break resistance upwards in this way. But obviously in the lower time frames, it's flat ranging, so this is not a good timing to buy yet. So let's see, I think other markets are basically ranging. Pound JPY, the market is going up within the Kumo, and it's about to break Kumo. So once the market breaks Kumo and breaks Kijun Sen in the daily time frame, which is 155.32, then it may continuously go up. But yeah, we'll see. It hasn't happened yet, so I think we better just hold because it may retrace still. And Pound CAD is now flat on both time frames. Pound AUDs has retraced backwards to Kijun Sen in the forward chart, but daily chart showing up, so still it's bullish. But because we see huge retracement in the forward chart, we better hold. So whenever you see Kijun Sen flat, the market tends to retrace back to Kijun Sen. So this is obviously not a good timing to buy. The market is actually on the Kijun Sen now, so you may think that the market might be bouncing the Kijun Sen and goes up, but unfortunately that is not true. You know, when you see also Kumo flat, the market can penetrate the Kijun Sen and retrace back to Kumo. So this is where we have to be careful and we have to stay away. And Pound Swiss franc in the forward chart, it is up above Tenkan-sen, so that's good also. But this is a bit retracing backwards. It's ranging basically, so no trends. And I have checked some other pairs, and looks like everything is ranging on these two time frames. So basically, yeah, we stay away. And tomorrow we have many big news also. Let me review quickly. or tomorrow's news. So tomorrow we have RBA rate decision in the AUD, and retail sales in Euro, and ECB's bank lending survey in Euro, and also ISM manufacturing PMI in the US. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 big news. So this week is the first week of February. So we have many big news, so we have to be careful. The market might be impacted by this news, and it can wipe out all these technical analysis. Okay, let's see. Milos says, Mr. K, is it okay to take less than 15 pips for stop loss in pairs like Euro USD, where the distance between swing highs and lows is relatively smaller? I would always take more than 15 pips for the stop loss. So if it's too small, too tight, then you better take the next swing high in the 5 or 15 minute time frames. Okay, Ragul says, Sir, can you please suggest the best book for the Ichimoku Kinko Hyo book in English? I have read actually another English book of Ichimoku, and I found some are good, but yeah, I'm not sure. I think the best way to study Ichimoku is from the original book. So that is my recommendation, but unfortunately, it's only available in Japanese. But I also write a book in my Ichimoku community. I also provide 3 books, which are Ichimoku Basic Master Book, which talks about the 5 lines in English, and also Ichimoku Basic Theories book about 3 theories in English. So you can get these books by joining my Ichimoku community. It's a $30 monthly subscription, and you get all the perks, and you can find the description on the below box. So you can check it out if you're interested. Okay, Venetius says, hey, please can you come back to Euro USD? All right, Euro USD has been retracing, so not a good timing to trade right now. Right, it says, Mr. K, what do you think about Al Brooks? He's considered to be the father of price action. Yeah, I have read the book and it was very good. Yeah, you better read the price action book from Al Brooks. It was very good. I have studied the book and learned the price action also. Okay, current Fibonacci. Oh, okay, it's already 11 p.m. in Philippines, so you better go to bed, all right? Okay, you're welcome. So I guess I will end the live also, as it has been over 1 hour for now. So but hopefully you enjoyed today's live stream about the stochastic cross. So and also I have a couple of other videos where I talk about the stochastic cross in the previous videos in lives. So you can search stochastics and KTS, and you can find some other videos on the archive. So yeah, new week has been started, and we have many big news. So every time you take trades, make sure to place a stop loss and make sure that there's no big news in the near future, and do the risk management and take trades to become a non-losing trader. So once again, thank you for your participation as always, and I will see you in the next one. So until I see you next time, please stay healthy and stay safe and stay gold. Alright, bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you.